So it was recently announced that Supernatural alum Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be portraying Walking Dead supervillain Negan. And this is exciting for two things, because Negan is hilarious in a terrifying way, and also Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just awesome. So it got me thinking of just how amazing and cool Supernatural is. One of the things that makes Supernatural so cool is the characters. And of course everyone loves Sam, Dean, Cass, and Crowley, but there's a plethora of side characters that just enrich the show wonderfully. So I thought I'd talk about my favorite side characters in Supernatural. So here we go with my top 10 favorite Supernatural side characters. Now this is going to exclude, of course, Sam and Dean, who are top billed players, but it also excludes characters that have ever been credited as a series regular, so that also includes Castiel, Crowley, and Bella and Ruby from Season 3. Everyone else is fair game, so here we go. And by the way, this list will contain spoilers, so if you have not caught up with the show and want to watch the video, please pause right now, catch up with the show, and, come back later and watch this. Or if you have no interest in the show, then, why are you watching this video? Maybe because of my pretty face. Thank you. Number 10 is Death. Death is a really awesome character. I like him because he's not really a bad guy. But he's not really a good guy either. He's very neutral. And I think it's just because death is just something that will happen. Like, it's just something that happens, and it doesn't matter if you're good or you're evil, death will always happen. And I just really enjoyed the actor who portrayed him. I think he did a very good job being kind of sinister, yet a little bit funny. I mean, it's a little bit funny that Death likes to eat fast food and pizza and things like that. Like, that's just a cute little quirk. I don't know. But I am kind of confused by the whole Death dying. I mean, I'm not buying that he's actually dead. I mean, can you really kill Death? I mean, if you kill Death, doesn't that kind of mean that nobody will die? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Number 9 is the Ghostfacers, aka Harry and Ned. I'm going to be completely honest that the Ghostfacers episode in Season 3 might be my favorite episode. I love the episodes of Supernatural that go meta and that break the fourth wall. I think they're hilarious, and Ghostfacers is definitely one of my favorites. And the Ghostfacers characters are just really funny. They talk a big game, but most of the time they can't back it up. And it's just really funny seeing this parody of the ghost hunters or whatever versus actual hunters. So it's really, that dichotomy is really neat, and they're just hilarious. I love those guys. Number 8 is Meg. More specifically, the version of Meg that was introduced in Season 5. The first iteration of Meg she was one of the main villains of the first season, and she was pretty cool, I guess, but when she was reintroduced into Season 5, she slowly kind of became an anti-hero, and that was kind of cool. I really loved her interaction and relationship with Castiel. I thought it was adorable, and I was kind of sad to see her go. I would have liked to see her stick around a little bit more. Number 7 is Chuck. Chuck, I think, is just a really cute, fun character who didn't want to be dragged into all this, like a lot of these characters, honestly, but he was, and he became a big part of Seasons 4 and 5. But the biggest thing about Chuck is what the heck happened to him. He was originally introduced as an author who wrote books based on Sam and Dean's lives, except he got them through visions. It was revealed that he is a prophet, but the fan theory, and I think I kind of agree, is that he is actually God. God is missing, or has left heaven. I don't know. Look up the theory. Kind of makes sense. Number 6 is Sheriff Jody Mills. Jody Mills is one of the many female characters that just really kick some butt. I love that she was a character that knew nothing of this world, but she became so familiar with it that now she's a very formidable hunter. But the thing about her is that she doesn't hunt. She's still a sheriff. She still does her job, but if a situation arises, she knows how to handle it. And I just think she's spunky, she's funny, and she's just really cool, and I really loved the episode when she went to the sheriff's convention. That was brilliant. It was adorable seeing her interact with the other Midwestern sheriff lady. I forget her name, I'm sorry. But she was really fun, and I hope to see her soon. Number 5 is Garth. Garth is adorable. Oh my goodness, he is so cute. He is this dorky little fella who, if you look at him, you wouldn't think much of him. He's small, skinny, just says really dumb things, but he's got so much heart and this inner strength and inner confidence about him that's so infectious that you just can't hate him. He's so cute. He hasn't been seen since season 9, I think, when it was revealed that he had been turned into a werewolf. Hope that changes. I would love to see much more of Garth. He's adorable. Number 4 is Ellen and Joe. I kind of wanted to include them together because I just couldn't separate them, so I'm just putting them together. Sue me. Ellen and Joe are a mother and daughter duo introduced in season 2 who unfortunately die in season 5. And their death is one of the saddest, most emotional deaths of the show because it was just sad. I really liked their relationship. I liked how they worked together, how they played off one another, how Joe was the rebellious, spunky teenager, and Ellen was the very sassy, but very protective mom. And seeing how they both went out was just really, really sad. And it was good to see them guest star in future episodes, but it just made it just a little bit more sad to see them again, because it just reminded us that they're no longer with us. Number 3 is Kevin Tran. Kevin Tran's probably one of the most unfortunate characters in the show. He is so adorable and so likable, and you really, really root for him. You want him to just find that inner peace. He was thrust into the whole demons, angels, hunter thing after being forced into becoming a prophet. He hated it, and his life was going pretty well. He had a girlfriend, he was making top grades, he was probably going to go to a really great college. His life looked set. But after he became a prophet, it completely crumbled. And I think he's a prime example of how the life of hunters, how that can just destroy everything. His girlfriend died, he had to quit school, his mom was kidnapped, he was tortured, he was isolated, and just when things could have been looking up for him, he died. Was murdered before he could find any kind of solution, resolution, or peace. It was really sad. Just totally, completely sad. And he really made an impression on me. He's so cute, so adorable, and just really likable, and it really broke my heart when he died. Number 2 is Charlie. He's a character in which I myself identify with a great deal. We are almost the same person, a little bit. I mean, of course, there's some differences, but she's very nerdy, very quirky, and I'm very nerdy and very quirky, and every time she was on screen, it was just a delight. Felicia Day was wonderful as Charlie, and I really did not like that she died at all, because she was such an awesome character. And it really is sad that most of these characters that I've listed are dead. Her death, I think, was really sad because she really had made a connection with Sam and Dean, and she could have been a much bigger part, but her part was cut short, and it was really sad. And but I really identified with her just personally, I liked that even though she was a little bit socially awkward and really nerdy, that she embraced that nerdiness and she was confident about it and she wasn't ashamed by it. And I think there is still that stigma of being a nerd or being a dork or whatever is like weird. I think she's the perfect embodiment of being a confident nerd, and I really enjoyed her character, and I'm super sad that she's gone. And my number one favorite side character is Bobby. Of course it's Bobby. It was always going to be Bobby. Bobby is still one of the most important, most influential, and most popular characters to come out of Supernatural, even though he's been gone for quite a few seasons now. He played such an important role in the show and in Sam and Dean's lives. He was their surrogate father and made such a huge impact on the fandom and in the show. He was so likable because he was just this cranky old guy, but had this heart of gold. He really cared for Sam and Dean. He loved them to pieces, and his death was so heartbreaking, and the fact that he came back as a ghost and had to basically die again made things just even worse, because we had to say goodbye to him twice. Ugh, I hate it when the show does that. Who knows if we'll see him in some form this season. I don't know. The last time he was in an episode, his fate was kind of ambiguous, so we'll see. He's just a great character, and of course he was going to be my number one. So that's it. Leave in the comments what your favorite side characters are, what you think of Supernatural, what your favorite seasons are, whatever. I'm super happy with season 11 so far. I think it's pretty great, and I can't wait for more Supernatural in the future, and I hope there's more Supernatural because I'm really a fan of this show now after getting my mom into it, which is really weird. But anyway, leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.